honestly, I don't really know what to make of the title of this video. It's like animals that are born once in 1,000 years. I get what it's saying, but it's like, aren't there tons of animals? I don't know. It's confusing me right now. Maybe I'm overthinking it, and I have a tendency to do that sometimes. But you see what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Let's just get to the video. Whatever.
Close encounters we've ever seen in the deep.
It's a rare sight. A giant female great white shark so close you can see her sharp teeth.
To the reptile everyone is talking about on Facebook tonight. Take a look at this guy, an alligator probably bigger than you've ever seen, crossing a trail in a Polk County park.
I probably should have been a little more afraid than I was. I was just so inspired by seeing this amazing creature.
The wild world is full of animals that defy the odds when it comes to size.
That big alligator will do some damage, bro. I just know he can.
From buffed animals to the awe-inspiring giants that dominate their habitats. Get ready to be amazed by the sheer size of these leviathans that are born once in 1,000 years.
Newly released video of what's believed to be the biggest great white shark ever caught on camera.
Here is the ocean's ultimate predator. Deep Blue, the colossal great white shark that's been making waves in the deep blue sea.
It's a rare sight. A giant female great white shark so close she's known as Deep Blue, about 20 feet long.
With a jaw-dropping length of 20.
Who else, when you see a big, like, great white shark in the water like that, who else brain automatically starts playing the Jaws theme music in your brain? Like, my brain automatically, dunna, 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 dunna. It just does it automatically. That's all I hear when I see a big, a great white shark.
20 feet. This behemoth was not your average shark. Widely regarded as the largest great white shark ever filmed, Deep Blue is a sight to behold. In the released footage that was captured off the coast of Guadalupe Island, we witness one of the most extraordinary close encounters with this magnificent creature. From her razor-sharp teeth to her unmistakable presence. Experts speculated its age was about 50 years and was pregnant.
50 years old and very pregnant.
So the next time, keep an eye out for Deep Blue. You never know when you might come face to face with greatness. Hammerhead shark.
One local fisherman caught a shark so big it shattered a state record.
Out on the Gulf, a fisherman, Tim McClellan, had their biggest catch.
I mean, it's a beast. We're able to grab it and then hold on tight.
With his buddies, he caught something massive in his nets. After a tug of war with the creature, he succeeded in pulling it out, only to know it was a massive shark, not just...
The way he answered that question is like, well, what you want me to say? We grabbed it and we held on tight. It's like... I'm sorry, y'all. I'm silly tonight. I'm sorry.
Any shark, but a 1,000-pound hammerhead shark. The next morning, they returned to the Texas city to weigh down the beast. As the scale climbed, excitement soared.
That's a new state record. 200 pounds.
And Tim's 1,033-pound catch secured him first place in the Texas state records. Indeed, a big catch. But he was not ready to hang up his rod just yet. For Tim, the thrill of the catch had just started. Catch of a lifetime.
A group of 20-year-olds had a 500-pound hammerhead shark on the end of their reel.
A group of young boys were on Sanibel Island, casting their lines and hoping for a bite. Suddenly, they felt a tug like never before.
Oh! It's like giving birth in some freaky way. Oh my gosh!
It was the catch of a lifetime. The largest hammerhead ever seen in those waters. The battle was intense, with the shark putting up a formidable fight. They struggled to reel it in, fearing their gear might not hold. As the shark pulled drag at an astonishing rate, the reel heated up, making them doubt it.
He is working them. You hear me? That shark is working them.
With water to prevent disaster. They finally managed to reel in the beast after what felt like an eternity.
There it is, Josh. Eat her up, Josh. Oh.
And guess what? It was a massive 500-pound hammerhead shark. Now that's a story they'll be telling their grandkids for sure.
Yeah.
Largest stingray.
Nope.
an astonishing discovery was made in the murky depths of Cambodia's Mekong River, when the world's largest freshwater stingray emerged from the depths and broke records.
When you see a fish this size, it's hard to comprehend. The fishermen themselves said that it was the largest fish that they'd ever seen.
Measuring an awe-inspiring 4 meters from snout to tail, and weighing a staggering 650 pounds, this giant stingray redefined the notion of aquatic enormity. It was caught by some local fishermen. This magnificent specimen left fishermen and even seasoned experts dumbfounded. And that's not it. As per the experts, this catch was like a sign of hope for the Mekong River because it was having tough environmental challenges for some time.
You know, the Mekong River's facing a lot of challenges, so the fact that the fish can still get this big is a hopeful sign.
It's amazing how this river keeps surprising us with its wonders. Crocodile.
Cassius is such a beautiful, big, magnificent boy, and he's obviously got such a vivid history to tell.
In the marineland Melanesia stays the unrivaled king of crocs. Cassius stands tall at a remarkable 5.48 meters, making him the largest crocodile in captivity. This gigantic creature has more to it than just its huge size. It's also the oldest crocodile alive and is believed to be around 120 years. As an Australian saltwater crocodile, Cassius is pretty fierce and powerful, with the potential.
Not only are these some dangerous and deadly killers, they also got longevity as far as life goes. They 120 years, bro. Like, man, get me off of this planet. Get me off of it. The odds are against us. They are.
Potential to reach an astonishing length of 7 meters and tip the scales at over a ton. This croc was rescued from the wild over 3 decades ago.
He's been here now for over 35 years at Marineland Melanesia.
And is now spending a lavish life with its favorite people. Despite spending most of its time in captivity, Cassius remains the perfect example of crocodile conservation and education. Goliath grouper.
Oh, it's a giant. What was that, 5? 4 or 5?
Get ready to have your mind blown by the enormity of the underwater world. It's crazy to think that some fish can grow to be as big as a boat. See this Goliath grouper? A behemoth of the Atlantic waters, boasting a size stretching up to 8 feet long and weighing a jaw-dropping 800 pounds. Now, don't let their massive proportions scare you off. Despite their ability to make a meal out of almost anything, these gentle giants are known for their docile nature, posing no threat to us humans, but they're not as friendly with the sharks. A group of people filmed a breathtaking sight. While fishing, they witnessed a Goliath grouper swallowing a shark whole. Well, that was a bit scary. Massive anaconda. The Amazon rainforest holds the most formidable creatures, and one such animal was discovered in its depths when a TV wildlife presenter came across this massive anaconda. Stretching a staggering 26 feet in length and tipping the scales at a whopping 440 pounds. This behemoth of a serpent was enough to send shivers down even the bravest explorer's spine. Imagine stumbling upon such a formidable creature. Its head alone was the size of a human. Let's just say, the sheer size of this anaconda was nothing short of intimidating. Towering over the diver, it even made the viewers wonder if the myth and legend of a titanoboa could be true. This was a true titan of the rainforest. Great seal. Beachgoers were thrilled to experience a colossal creature emerge from the depths that left everyone in awe of its sheer size. But hold on to your flippers, because this seal wasn't just big, it was massive. So massive that it struggled to move with ease, and its hefty frame commanded attention wherever it went. Now, we all know seals can pack on the pounds, but this behemoth took the biscuit, and instead of gracefully gliding through the water, it preferred to roll around on the ground, a true indication to its larger-than-life presence. Oldest turtle.
I thought he was gonna roll over on his back and get stuck and ended up just falling asleep. Oh, there's something wrong with me.
Amidst the serene landscapes of St. Helena, there lives an ancient marvel, Jonathan, the oldest turtle in the world. This creature is so timeless that it holds the Guinness World Record for longevity.
The Guinness Records, what used to be the Guinness Book of Records.
Boasting an astonishing 192 years of life. The tale of Jonathan's age unfolds through historical documents, including a letter from a former governor dating back to 1882, attesting to the turtle's mature state at the time. Furthermore, a photograph from 1883 or 1884 solidifies Jonathan's place in history. Can you wrap your mind around such a remarkable feat? According to experts, these creatures are one of the longest living animals with an average lifespan of 500 years, and Jonathan stands as a testament showing how long they can really live. Colossal alligator. This is the behemoth of the bayou, the biggest alligator to ever grace the Florida swamps. Now, we all know gators are no joke. They're massive predators, capable of chomping down on just about anything that crosses their path. But this one? Well, let's just say he took the cake in the size department. It was spotted in the Circle B Bar Reserve in Florida. And this monster made waves the moment he lumbered onto the scene. But here's the burning question. Did this gator pay taxes, or did he just feast on his fellow gators? One thing's for sure. He sure did seem to have one hefty appetite. Goliath frog. Goliath frogs are one of the biggest frogs in the entire world. These guys set up camp near fast-flowing rivers and waterfalls in the African hotspots of Cameroon and equatorial Ghana, sporting sandy bottoms for that extra froggy charm. Thanks to their massive size, a whopping 13 inches in length, Goliath frogs are like the rock stars of the amphibian world. Their menu is diverse, from crawlers, crustaceans, fish, and even other amphibians. They eat everything, but that's not it. One daring Goliath frog had a bat in its belly. Well, that shows how they maintain their grand stature. Toad. Recently, a king toad was discovered in Queensland's Conway National Park, Australia, and it was dubbed as Toadzilla, weighing in at a jaw-dropping 6 pounds. Yes, you heard that right. A colossal toad that was straight out of a monster movie. Now, these toads aren't your run-of-the-mill garden variety. These invasive critters have a voracious appetite, devouring everything in their path. Snakes, small mammals, pet food, insects, you name it. They'll munch on it. They're like the unwanted guests that just won't leave, raiding pantries and chewing on household items like it's nobody's business. So when they say monster cane toad, believe me, they're not kidding. Massive horns.
Measured him at 127 7/16 inches long.
In the heart of Goodwater, Alabama, USA, there stands a majestic creature known as Poncho Villa.
Poncho Villa.
A steer with horns so massive they defy belief. On May 8th, 2019, history was made as its horn spread was officially measured and recorded, revealing an astounding length of 323.74 centimeters.
Jeez.
That's indeed pure magnificence.
Man, that joker got to have the world's strongest neck as well.
The sight of those colossal horns stretched out from its head, like a crown fit for a king. With his remarkable horns, Poncho Villa has etched his name into the annals of record-breaking achievements, leaving a legacy of grandeur and majesty in his wake. Ripped kangaroo.
Why he swole?
Almost 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Here is something you can't miss. An insanely ripped kangaroo that looks like a powerhouse of muscle, weighing over
kangaroos be so gangster.
200 pounds and standing a towering 6 feet tall. This is Roger, the undisputed alpha male of the mob.
What?
Don't get too close, Mom.
With massive forearms that put even the bulkiest bodybuilders to shame, Roger is the absolute beefcake of the kangaroo kingdom. And hey, if you're planning to take on this Australian champ, you might want to think twice. You don't want to end up being the loser. But it's not just his impressive physique that sets him apart. He's also well known to the ladies, thanks to his massive muscles and undeniable charm.
The bigger the forearm, the more attractive he is for the ladies.
Roger is living proof that sometimes it pays to pump some iron.
Oh my gosh. Let me find out they got kangaroo thoughts out there.
Great Gaur.
Oh my gosh.
This has to be one of the largest wild cattle in the world. It's a wild Indian Gaur.
Get ready to meet the undisputed heavyweight champion of the forest, the mighty Gaur. With its dark-coated, imposing presence, the Gaur is a true giant of South and Southeast Asia's wilderness, towering over its relatives, including the African buffalo and wild water buffalo. This majestic creature holds the title of the largest species of wild cattle in the world, and weighs up to 1.5 tons. But don't let their impressive size fool you. Guard in the wild can be pretty unpredictable, especially when it's breeding season, or they're looking out for their young ones. And let's not forget, these guys have massive muscular bodies that ain't no joke. When it comes to these magnificent beasts, it's better to be in awe than in their crosshairs. Belgian Blue.
That look. That look.
I like that blue.
Introducing the Belgian Blue, the true beast of the bovine world. Standing tall at around 5 feet and tipping the scales at over 2,800 pounds. This muscle-bound powerhouse is a sight to behold. Originating from Belgian cattle bred with British shorthorn bulls, the Belgian Blue is no ordinary cow.
That's what they get. That's how they make muscle milk. Right there.
What sets this super cow apart is its massive physique, with every muscle proudly on display. It's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the cattle world, flexing its impressive form for all to see. So the next time you come across a Belgian Blue, take a moment to marvel at nature's incredible ability to sculpt such a magnificent creature.
I like the blue. I like the blue.
Harpy Eagle. Have you ever laid eyes on a bird so impressive it could easily pass for a human in a feathery costume? Meet the Harpy Eagle, the heavyweight champion of the avian world. We're talking a whopping 22 pounds and a wingspan that could make your jaw drop over 7 feet. And those rear talons, as long as a grizzly bear's claws, measure up to 3 to 4 inches. These majestic birds inhabit the rainforests of Mexico, Central America, South America, and Argentina. But these majestic creatures are endangered due to human activities, and some countries have already bid farewell to these otherworldly creatures, like El Salvador. But there is hope, as authorities are working hard to revive them. Burly boar.
4.5-year-old Duroc named Tickle Me Elmo III. A really, really big pig.
Hold on to your hats. We're about to witness a boar that's anything but ordinary. This is Tickle Me Elmo III, the 4.5-year-old sensation that's been making waves at the Indiana State Fair's world's largest male hog contest. With a whopping 1,300 pounds of pure muscle, this behemoth puts even the mightiest grizzly bear to shame. And with a name like that, you know he's got the personality to spare. In his latest appearance, he blew away the competition, tipping the scales at an impressive 1,303 pounds and clinching the top spot with ease.
This will be your champion. He weighs 1,000.
Well, that was impressive. Fat orangutan. Let me introduce you to Oisin, Britain's most surprising orangutan. When she first waddled her way into the Monkey World Rescue Center back in August 2010, she was carrying quite the load, tipping the scales at a hefty 220 pounds. Her weight wasn't due to too many bananas or nuts. Nope. It was because Oisin had spent the past 12 years living the sweet life as a pet, chowing down on sweets and processed foods galore. Thankfully, with a little help, Oisin embarked on a journey to shed those extra pounds. Fast forward to today, and she's practically a new ape, weighing in at a much healthier 165 pounds.
Oisin's been doing just really well. She's only been here a couple of months and already, she's lost 20 kilos.
Now that's what I call a success story worth celebrating. Giant Tommy.
It's always wow. Wow, we didn't think he was that big, and he is.
This is Giant Tommy, the 13-year-old brown Swiss steer. And it is not your average farm animal. He's a bona fide legend in the world of cattle. Owned and cherished by Fred since he was rescued at just 2 days old. Tommy has grown into a colossal creature, measuring an official height of 1.87 meters and tipping the scales at a whopping 3,000 pounds. With such impressive stats, it's no wonder he holds the official world record for the tallest steer.
Tommy has achieved the Guinness World Records, the tallest living steer, and we are absolutely, absolutely thrilled. We're so proud of him.
But what does it take to fuel such a giant? Well,
his face while she was talking looked like She lying. Why you got that look, man?
Absolutely thrilled. We're so proud of him.
But what does it take to fuel such a giant? Well, Tommy's diet is as impressive as his stature. He munches through 5 gallons of grains, a bale of hay, and guzzles down about 2 bathtubs of water every single day. Now that's what I call a hearty appetite.
Bathtubs. Wow.
Titan tiger.
What happened to him?
How about we check out the cribs of those huge Siberian tigers in China? A group of these majestic creatures that were not just big, but twice the size of the average Siberian tiger. But how did they bulk up to such impressive proportions? Turned out, their caretakers had been pampering them with lavish meals, without considering the obesity issues. Concerned for their well-being, the caretakers came up with a unique solution, using drones to give the tigers a workout. However, these mighty beasts swiftly took them down. But fear not, spring is around the corner and these tigers are expected to shed the extra pounds naturally. Let's hope these majestic creatures slim down and regain their health. Gigantic goat. Check out this goat. It's living the high life, way better than any fancy royal treatment. With a jaw-dropping weight of almost 700 pounds, this regal goat is truly in a league of its own. Known as Sherdil, or in our words, Goat the Lion Heart, this majestic creature hails from the city of Gujranwala in Pakistan. A city that is famous for its wrestlers, and now for its gigantic goat. But what makes Sherdil truly stand out isn't just its size, it's the royal treatment it receives. Fed with almonds, milk, butter, and even dry fruits, this goat lives a life of luxury fit for a king. And if that wasn't impressive enough, it even has air conditioning installed on it to keep it cool and comfortable. Big Jake.
Yeah, I'll go too far.
Big Jake. He's the world's tallest horse. He lives in Wisconsin with his owner Jerry, and he's over 2 meters high.
Stand up for the legendary Big Jake, the world's tallest horse and a true icon in the stallion world. Nestled in the heart of Wisconsin with his owner Jerry, Big Jake stood tall at over 2 meters high, making him a towering presence wherever he went. Standing beside him was like standing with a giant, an experience that left everyone in awe of his sheer size. But sadly, all good things must come to an end. And in 2021, Big Jake passed away at the age of 20. Despite his untimely departure, he lived a life filled with celebrity fame and adoration. So here's to Big Jake, a gentle giant who will forever hold a special place in our hearts. Grizzly dog. This was a video.
That's a dog. I could have swore that was a bear. I understand the name now, but
Grizzly.
I thought that was a bear. So a bear had to mate with a dog. There's just no way otherwise. You're telling me like this is no other way this could have happened.
Grizzly dog. This was a video making rounds on the internet, featuring a seriously hefty dog. And when the owner called out the dog's name and aimed the camera at it, it locked eyes with the lens, looking straight into it. And let me tell you, with its colossal size and powerful presence, the canine had an uncanny resemblance to a grizzly bear, as if Mother Nature decided to blend the best of both worlds. It was like having your very own gentle giant right in your backyard. Fattest bunny.
Darius is Jeffrey's dad. And he's over 4 foot, and he's now 5 years old. He's getting an old man now.
Meet King Darius, the world's fattest rabbit, measuring a whopping 4 feet 3 inches in length. Owned by Annette Edwards, this furry giant had clinched his 4th world record, officially making him the largest rabbit on the planet. Weighing in...
So 5 years in rabbit years is considered old. That's interesting. Old is 5 years old to them. That's crazy.
At a staggering 49 pounds. Darius isn't just a fluffball, he's a heavyweight champ. But don't be fooled by his size. He is no couch potato. He has a strict wrestler's diet consisting of a couple of juicy red apples and a dozen carrots.
A couple of red eating apples a day. He eats probably a dozen carrots, but has to have the green tops.
And when he's not munching on his greens, Darius loves to hop into the spotlight, starring in photo shoots, publicity tours, and even children's books.
He said, "What did you say? Oh, he wants Archie to be his friend."
Uncle Fatty. Let me introduce you to Uncle Fat, the tubby monkey who couldn't resist the glamour of junk food. This wild monkey had quite the appetite, gorging himself on the leftovers left behind by tourists until he ballooned to a staggering 60 pounds, 3 times the weight of an average primate. But his love affair with junk food took a toll, and left him unable to move properly and at risk of some health issues. Thankfully, wildlife authorities stepped in and rescued Uncle Fat.
ได้รับอาหารที่มนุษย์เราให้อยู่ตลอดเวลาเขาเรียกว่าเป็นเนื้องอกไขมันที่เกิดขึ้นอยู่ณตอนนี้ซึ่งมัน
Putting him on a strict diet to shed those extra pounds. And guess what? With a little determination and a lot less junk food, Uncle Fat is on track to slim down and regain his health.
ระบบของหัวใจหลอดเลือดนะคะซึ่งต่อไปอาจจะ
Giant snail. When you think of snails, you probably imagine those tiny inch-long critters leisurely gliding across your garden path, but get ready to have your mind blown, because the African giant snail is about to shatter all your presumptions. These aren't your average garden snails. They're the land giants of the snail kingdom, measuring a whopping 8 inches in length and 4 inches in width. And get this, they're not just big, they're greedy eaters with an unsatisfied appetite for over 500 types of plants. There is one more thing. With their incredible capacity for reproduction, these snails can wreak havoc on food crops, making them less than ideal garden guests. Tallest dog.
Zeus has absolutely changed our family, the largest living dog.
You are looking at the towering titan of the canine world, Zeus, the Great Dane with a world record under his collar. This 4-year-old Dane stands proud at a staggering 1.046 meters. Zeus is not your average pooch. He's a gentle giant with a heart as big as his towering stature. And this Great Dane has earned his rightful place as the world's tallest living dog. And trust me, when people see Zeus, the most common reaction is, wow, is that a horse? It's not every day you come across a Guinness World Records worthy pooch, but Zeus takes the title with grace and charm.
Yes, it's definitely the tallest dog I've ever seen.
Longest cat. Here's my main's Stuart Gilligan, or as the world fondly knows it, Stewie, the longest domestic cat to ever grace the earth. This formidable feline sensation boasts an astonishing length of 123 centimeters, making it a true standout among its whiskered peers. Hailed in the USA and was cherished by owners Robin Hendrickson and Eric Brandsness. Stewie's journey from pint-sized kitten to record-breaking superstar was nothing short of extraordinary. After numerous whispers of his incredible length, his devoted owners made the decision to officially measure him for the Guinness World Records, and the rest is history. The joy was palpable, knowing that Stewie had surpassed all previous record holders with his remarkable length. Strongest dog. Meet Wendy, the whippet making waves as the world's buffest dog. There's
no reason a dog should be that swole. Like, explain to me, and how did y'all even do this to this dog? He might not even have wanted it.
Canine superstar gained fame all over the world. New York Times, Today's Show, you name it. Dubbed the Arnold Schwarzenegger of dogs, Wendy tipped the scales at 60 pounds, thanks to a super rare genetic mutation. This made her twice as hefty as your average whippet, giving her a neck that could put bodybuilders to shame. But everything comes at a cost. This hefty creature couldn't quite keep up with the speedsters and had a bit of trouble with the turns. Sadly, our muscle-bound superstar is no longer with us, but she left a paw print on the world. Giant isopod. Alright, let's talk about something that's both fascinating and a bit nightmare-inducing, the giant isopod. Now we're used to getting the creeps from insects, but did you know crustaceans can play that game too? Have this, the giant isopod, the heavyweight cousin of the crab, and trust me, it's not winning any beauty contests. This marine monster is no joke. We're talking up to almost 20 inches in length, moving around in the chilly waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Its exoskeleton gives it a seriously ancient vibe. And don't even get me started on its 14 legs and creepy antennas. If you ever decide to dive, brace yourself. Those big grey eyes will be staring back at you, and it'll not be a Kodak moment. Horned goat.
Have goats? We go in and see our record goat.
In 2017, there was this goat named Rasputin, who made it to the Guinness World Records for having the biggest horns ever recorded on a goat. But Rasputin's journey to horned greatness began humbly. with horns that seemed perfectly ordinary. It wasn't until 5 years later that its horns underwent a dramatic transformation.
Rasputin, about 8 years old, with his beautiful girlfriend.
Growing to an astonishing length of 53 inches, with tips spanning the same distance. Naturally, this caught the attention of Rasputin's owners, who decided to seek recognition for their extraordinary goat. Thus, Rasputin ascended to celebrity status, his majestic horns becoming the stuff of legend. But beware, for Rasputin is not friendly to those who touch its horns, and he's not afraid to defend them. Jacked moose. A group of wildlife enthusiasts stumbled upon a scene.
This ain't fair. I feel like the animals are working out behind the scenes where we don't notice, so they can come together and come at us like that. Like, I feel like they about to do something to us, man.
Straight out of a bodybuilder's dream. A moose that looked like it had just stepped out of the gym. This majestic creature boasted muscles so massive they could rival those of an Olympic weightlifter. Well, moose are known for their towering stature, typically reaching heights of around 7.5 feet, but this particular specimen seemed to have won the jackpot in terms of sheer muscle mass, as it effortlessly dwarfed a nearby car. It was clear that this moose meant serious business when it came to its fitness routine. With bulging biceps and a chiseled physique, it's no wonder this jacked moose left onlookers in awe, wondering just how it achieved such impressive gains in the wild.
Wow, Kalia, look at him, he's huge!
Buffed cat. There is an old saying, a well-fed cat catches no mice. But in Montreal's neighborhoods, it seems we might need to revise that proverb. Strolling through the streets, someone encountered a sight that left everyone utterly astounded. From the side of a parked car emerged a cat like no other. This feline wasn't just well-fed, it was downright jacked. The cat's imposing presence made us wonder if it had a personal trainer hidden away somewhere. This feline specimen, with its abnormally large and muscular body, left everyone utterly shocked and amazed. Perhaps Montreal's reputation as the world's safest city isn't solely due to its humans. After all, with guardians like these prowling the streets, troublemakers would surely think twice before causing mischief. Pitbull. If you ever doubted the power of a good workout, just take a look at this pitbull. Known as the heavyweight champion of the canine world, this pooch tips the scales at a solid 70 pounds and stands tall at a towering 18 inches. But its neck? Well, it was so thick that even the beefiest gym bros might feel a bit of envy. Turns out these pit bulls are no joke. They have a strong and well-developed muscular structure, particularly in their chest and shoulders. Plus, they are super aggressive. And with a physique like that, it's no wonder burglars might want to think twice before crossing its path. Mighty elephant.
Should this be cause for concern?
The African savanna is an amazing place.
Like, why do people forget that elephants can charge at you and do some damage? Somebody was just killed not too long ago at, I think, maybe a safari.
Where people believe that huge animals roam around, and incredible stories and legends are created. And this is proved to be true when we see this footage. A magnificent elephant was filmed in Tanzania. It was huge, like a giant among its kind, and was just walking around gracefully. The trees and plants around it seemed so tiny in comparison. This majestic creature is believed to be the largest elephant ever recorded.
He looks so friendly. Here he comes. He's just coming to say hello.
Weighing an astonishing 17,000 pounds. Let's pay homage to this gentle giant, a true icon of the African wilderness. Longest tusks. Come step into the serene wilderness of Kenya, where the gentle giants of the savannah roam free. Among them once stood a majestic elephant, revered and adored by all who encountered her, known as the Queen of Elephants, with tusks so long that they trailed on the ground like royal scepters. A British photographer, Will Berard Lucas, had the privilege of capturing her final moments. This poignant footage speaks volumes about her impressive stature and grace, showcasing the true essence of wildlife magnificence. Sadly, shortly after these footage were filmed, the Queen of Elephants passed away peacefully at the age of 60 from natural causes, leaving
Just about to say that elephant looked old or older.
behind a legacy of grace and grandeur that will echo through the age. Rhino horn. Prepare to be amazed by the majestic white rhinoceros, a true marvel of the animal kingdom. A magnificent creature was filmed, adorned with an extraordinary feature that sets it apart from its peers, the incredibly long horn that graces its noble head. This rhino boasts the distinction of having the longest horn ever recorded of its kind, measuring a staggering 1.58 meters. When there's another rhino around, you can really notice how long this one's horn is. It's pretty cool to see how unique rhinoceros are. But sadly, these magnificent creatures are on the verge of extinction, and authorities are trying hard to preserve them. Let's hope they succeed. Asian unicorn. This exclusive creature is native to the jungles of Laos and Vietnam, and is so rare that scientists have managed to spot it in the wild only 4 times. No wonder it's earned the nickname Asian unicorn, a title that blends its scarcity with the mystical aura created by the 2 enchanting horns coming out of its head and the distinctive white markings that highlight its face. The Asian unicorn is facing a real-life struggle for survival. As human activities encroach upon its habitat, that's why the Saola's population is dwindling. Conservation efforts by the authorities are underway, but the challenge remains significant. At least, they're trying their best. Open discussion. After tirelessly pursuing this elusive giant, the researchers finally found themselves face to face with the colossal creature. They had cast their nets, hoping to catch the massive shark, but when the behemoth was finally caught, the real challenge began. Its sheer size and weight tested the limits of the men's strength as they struggled to haul it over the deck. Once on board, the researchers meticulously examined every inch of the magnificent shark,
I hate the person that drew the short straw to be up at the front towards the mouth, because I'm going to be back by the tail, bro.
marveling at its power and grace. And then, with a sense of reverence, they released the behemoth back into the depths where it belonged.